Give them a haircut.
Hit him once. Hit him. Crack them. He's so low. How do you shoot like that with attack? Is it macro or is it manually? Manually, bro. And you gotta have a lot of experience, Vero, man. If you used to date with girls, man, if you had a lot of girls in the past, you know what I'm saying? You need to have experience with that shit, bro. Not meant for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
We've got a Twitch partner by the name of PRINCERASO who has been exposed over on Twitter by a clip showing him using a rapid fire mod on his mouse. So, let's crack on with the video. So this clip was shared over on Twitter, I was tagged in it, and honestly I find it quite fascinating, and it's really good evidence in the sense of asking questions about PRINCERASO and giving him the time to explain whether or not he's cheating in this clip. So what we're going to be looking at today is a mouse and keyboard player potentially taking advantage of macros being incorporated or installed into his mouse, right? The reason for that is he's using attack V, I believe it is, with single fire on. With single fire, right, there should be inconsistencies within the shooting. This is something that we pointed out recently with Devosaurus, as well as other people. Rapid fire mods are a very common feature for the likes of Cronus, Titan, and so on. But also for keyboard and mouse players, they can be installed onto a one-click button on the mouse, allowing that player to just press one button as if it's automatically firing, when in the game it's set to single fire. And that's what it appears happens here with PRINCERASO. But first of all, we're going to be showing you the Mr. Gold vibes that come across now. The way in which he talks in such a cocky, arrogant attitude. It kind of makes me hope that this guy is cheating because he's got that scumbag mentality to go with it. Let's listen now.
Boys, don't worry about it. He's going to the right side. He's running away.
Give them a haircut.
Hit him once. Hit him. Crack them. He's so low. How do you shoot like that with attack? Is it macro or is it manually? Manually, bro. And you gotta have a lot of experience, Vero, man. If you used to date with girls, man, if you had a lot of girls in the past, you know what I'm saying? You need to have experience with that shit, bro. Not meant for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
This right here, this little smile at the end, he's talking about having experience with girls, obviously, you know, with claiming that he's got a rapid finger on the mouse due to something in relation to, you know, being a bit of a player with the ladies. Come on, man, you look like a sweaty greasehead. There's no one going near you, let's be honest. However, right, we're going to pull it back now, and I want to point out a couple of things. We're going to pay attention to the consistency of those single fire shots, okay? Is there any inconsistencies within the shots? Is there anything that says this is normal aim? You have to remember to be as consistent over a long period of shooting when tapping. You have to literally have repetitive, like, imagine moving your finger 1,000,000 times over, right? Is it going to hit at the same time with the same gap between each hit? No, it's not going to happen. There's going to be time differences between each shot. However, if you watch this
Boys,
now,
don't worry about it.
I honestly believe if you were
He's
to
running
slow
away.
this down or put it on frame by frame,
Hit him once. Hit him. Crack them. He's so low. How do you
only when he stops shooting and lifts his finger off is when that gun stops shooting, right? It's when the inconsistency happens. Other than that, every single shot hit with the same gap of time between it. It is definitely, in my opinion at this point, right, just based on that information, a rapid fire mod being used. And then you've got his arrogant attitude again
like
here.
Is it macro or is it manually? Manually, bro. And you gotta.
So even once asked in his chat whether he was using macros or whether he was doing it manually, he said manually, right? So this is the mentality of a cheater, right, who doesn't want to get called a cheater. He knows macros are cheating, he knows that, and he uses it still, because in, you know, the large circles of streamers, they would probably deem this as, oh, it's not really cheating, it's just a macro. We've seen it before with Angelface. She claimed it's just a macro, it's not cheating, bro, because if it's not aimbot or wall hacks, it's not cheating, apparently. So this is the attitude that he has, but he knows as well that this could actually snowball down. Maybe he's got wall hacks on as well, who knows, right? And he doesn't want to get caught out. But right here, this arrogant attitude is what makes me believe he's more guilty than what we've just seen with the pattern in his aim.
I have a lot of experience, Vero, man. If you used to date with girls, man, if you had a lot of girls in the past, you know what I'm saying? You need to have experience with that shit, bro. Not meant for everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and then the arrogant smile as well, right? But what we're going to do, we're just going to skip forward a little bit, right? Now, this is a part of the video that really stands out to me and something that I'm really happy the person who posted it did, right? They've zoomed in on the mouse, on the camera, right? And this guy, by the way, still to this moment, is defending the fact that he does this manually. But watch now.
Boys, don't worry about it. He's going to the right side. He's running away.
He's in a heck ledge.
Hit him once. Hit him. Crack them. Crack them.
Right. So imagine the pressure you put down on the mouse button, right, on the click, and then when he stops shooting in that clip, you see his finger lift up, right? Right. Watch his finger lift up now.
Crack them.
You see his finger lift up, so we know the difference between him having pressure on that button and releasing pressure from that button, right? That's just been shown here right now, okay? Pressure is on, pressure is off. So if he was to be doing this manually on a single fire gun, it would be bam, 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 bam. We would see that up and down motion from pressure on and pressure off on his hand, on the mouse. However, in this moment, we're not seeing that. We're not seeing that whatsoever. We are seeing it when he stops shooting in the clip. But before that, whilst he's, you know, manually shooting at the enemy, it's just pressure on now, pressure on.
Hit him once. Hit him. Crack them. Crack them.
And then pressure off there. And then watch again, he shoots again. You see his hand literally press down again. So this guy is self-exposed by claiming that he's not using a macro. And do you know what the worst thing is, right? And I'll say this. If he'd have just come out and said, yeah, guys, I use a rapid-fire macro, I don't even think his community would have been bothered at this point. Because like I said earlier, unless it's aimbot and wall hacks, people seem to be okay with these small versions of cheating. Now, knowing that like the SO14 and the TAC-V on single fire can cause more damage per bullet than if they are on auto fire or automatic fire, to then use that option and then use a macro to manipulate the game, to manipulate your controls or your mouse or your keys, right? You are cheating, you're manipulating the game, you're giving yourself the upper hand against people in the game. Now, the funny part of this is PRINCERASO has actually come out and stated that it's manual, and he said, I will show you live on stream, I will show you with the SO14, and I will do it much better and faster. But I can see the pressure on and the pressure off at this moment here.
Hit him once. Hit him. Crack them. Crack them.
That right there shows that he was keeping pressure on for the duration of him shooting the TAC-V at that moment, and then release the pressure when the gun stopped shooting. So I honestly believe that he's self-exposed at this point. When you've got smarmy, horrible people like PRINCERASO trying to act so arrogant and so great like a ladies man, and trying to incorporate that into the reason why he's good at the game, it just makes you wonder what kind of a horrible scumbag he is. And well, honestly, I think that you can see just off that clip alone how much of a scumbag PRINCERASO is. He's willing to cheat using macros on his mouse to allow him to have rapid fire mod with single fire weapons, allowing him to have an upper hand in the game. But then when prompted and asked about it in his chat, he literally lied and said he does it manually. He also stated the reason he's so good with his finger is because of the ladies. So I want you guys to let that sink in. Do you think this guy looks like a ladies man? Certainly not. Get out your mum's basement, kid. You look like an absolute idiot, talking as if you're the big I am, when you are clearly cheating, you've clearly lied to your community. But hey, what's that got to do with anything? If it's not aimbot or wall hacks, who really genuinely cares? Personally, I do. I know a lot of you guys do too. This guy is a blatant cheater using macros. The question is, what else is he using as well? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about PRINCERASO. Do you think he's cheating? Do you think that this clip alone is enough to put him under with clear use of macros and then lying about it to his community? Let me know down below. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up for me. Let's try and get this one to 800 likes. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. And if you guys want to contact me about any streamer, no matter how big or small, you can reach me over on Twitter at BadBoy Beaman. And guys, one last thing before we go. As you guys are aware, I am partnered with Supreme CBD, who offer products such as this CBD oil. And honestly, these work a treat. Just before you go to bed, you get a couple of drops in this. Put it under your tongue, very simple to do, and within a couple of minutes you'll feel more relaxed. Time to go to bed, get your head down, and you will have a brilliant night's sleep. If you want to check it out for yourself, hit the link in the description below, and make sure you use code BBB40 at checkout. Thank you.